Welcome back, everyone, and I do mean everyone. It's Forgotten Circus. So they'll just remake anything in Hollywood, won't they? They'll just remake anything. But this, I just hold on. I'm gonna be laughing a lot during this because this is hilarious, man. So I guess they're going to remake the Running Man. So if anybody grew up in like the 80s and 90s, y'all know what the Running Man's about. So it's adapted from a Stephen King novel, man, and It's it's uh how can I say? It's an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Okay, so it's your normal Arnold Schwarzenegger film from the actual 80s and 90s, so everybody knows he was the action hero. That's why they came out with the movie The Last Action Hero. Oh man, they're probably going to remake that too. But yeah, so The Running Man, adapted from a Stephen King novel. So I'm gonna give you the premise and I'm going to get into it, right? So basically, it's in the distant future. I think it's like a couple years ago. Like we've already passed the era that was supposed to be that. Um, and basically, what they do is it's almost like the Hunger Games or like gladiators. Gladiators come together. They take a whole bunch of like convicts and people, and they put them on this TV show, and they got to fight like these professional. I don't know, like I say the word without being demonetized, but killers or whatever, right? And they hunt them down and people place bets, people watch from home. It's like watching the purge on TV. The movie is straight wild. It makes no sense at all. It's just absolute. Just think about just one of those 80s or 90s action flicks. None of them made sense. It's so funny that they're remaking this because the movie is absolutely terrible, but it's dumb fun at the same time. So if you if you get a chance, and it's going to be funny to watch it now with like the special effects and things we can do with camera angles now compared to then, you just have to watch it. Just turn your brain off. It is freaking wild and hilarious. Hold on. I got to get into it. So how I got introduced. So let me give you a little background because I've never really given you my background too much. I'm not going to say any names. So like my parents were they're super religious, right? Super religious, right? So and we were all, because we were young, and but you know what? After the church and religion and all that, yeah, my parents like watching movies, bro. They didn't care. So they watched all the movie. Like it was funny because my mom watched. That's why my love of movies came from my parents. To be honest with you, because they literally were like, you know, we're watching every movie, whatever movies on TV, all we're watching, and all my siblings I have three other siblings, so we would all just watch movies, right? Sometimes we would watch things like the Ten Commandments, Ben Hur, and then sometimes, later on in the evening, because my mom she liked movies, she liked action movies and stuff like that. She would go a little bit that far, but she liked more of the religious movies and more of the I shouldn't say like soap operas, love stories and stuff. But my parents are gangsters. They watch all movies, you know what I mean? My mom watched Training Day with me. She said it was awesome. So mom's pretty gangster too. But my dad, as soon as I always remember as soon as my mom would like go somewhere like cook or something like that, my dad would put on the TV, and my dad's one of those. He just literally just whatever's on and watch it. Man, I don't watch like Hellraiser with my dad. I don't watch when I was a kid, all me and my siblings. And I remember watching Running Man because my dad used to be a bodybuilder, so he was really into that. And anything Arnold was in, we would watch. You know what I mean? Whether it was Conan, whether it was Commando, Predator, anything that Arnold was in. It didn't matter how gory it was. And then he would watch like the Sylvester Stallone stuff like Rambo. And we would watch it, you know what I mean? And back then, the 80s and 90s, they was little it was a little different. The gore was like over the top, you know what I mean? But I remember that watched Running Man, okay? And it was Arnold Schwarzenegger in a new movie, The Running Man. And mind you, I'm like, what was I like 6 years old? I can't. I watched it a lot later in like the 90s, right? And but I did watch it probably then. I've watched it a couple times when I was younger because right back then it was like Schwarzenegger everything. Arnold, 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 everywhere. Well, said too many Arnolds, but I start and then I was watching. It was like, oh, what Arnold? What? What? Even as a kid, I'm like, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, what did I just watch? What the hell is this? It is a wild movie. It's crazy. The concept is totally crazy. It I don't know. I don't think it could ever work, but I think this is when Stephen King was on that shit. To be honest with you, and I really do think it's when he was on that. You know that. And I think that's when because he came out with some wild things. Remember, this guy he came with Christine, came from like things like Christine, It, and all that. But then he writes beautiful masterpieces like Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption. And do I need to go on and on? That's one thing. Everybody thinks Stephen King was just horror writer. Just writes horror and scary stuff. No, he's a very incredible writer. Like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people stole stuff from Stephen King stuff, the novels. There's a lot he got out there. Did he do the Lawnmower Man too? I don't think. Oh, that's another one I need to do. That's what I need to do. I need to do a thing. People in the chat send me stuff on old cheesy movies. Whether it's from Gremlins to Critters, I don't care. I want to know what y'all think. What's your in the comments there? Put what's your favorite if you're from that era. A lot of y'all young people might know from that era. What are the most cheesy movies? I know Labyrinth's going to pop up in there because they movie, but I'm just saying they will literally remake anything. The Running Man, but so and I just remembered who was in it. What was his name? Jesse Body Ventura. Jim Brown was in that movie too. He was a pyro or fire or something. But what was Cap was it Captain Freedom? Oh my gosh, you have to if you know wrestling and stuff about Jesse the Body Ventura, you probably know him from Predator. Predator. I ain't got no time to bleed. And I can't say the other phrase now because it's not appropriate for these times due to woke culture. But yeah, and he had. I just remember. I will never forget. So they had like whoever was the people that they put in there to go against the professional killers or assassins or whatever, because it was the game show. They wore like these. And it looked futuristic at the time, but it looked like speed skater suits and they have to run around through barbed wire and all these. I don't know why they didn't give them tactical stuff, but they were like speed. I guess for speed, the movie's total chaos. To be honest with you, it's hilarious. But Jesse the Body Ventura has the worst hairpiece I have ever seen in a movie. It's a great scene. It's but if you the hairpiece makes the movie, and that is a very important part in a movie, dude. It's so freaking the movie's terrible, but so much fun. I bet I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it again and get a refresher. But I guess they're recasting, remaking it, and Glenn Powell's going to take on the mantle of the Running Man. I forget his name. It's something Richards is his last name. I forget his first name. But this is going to be it's going to be hilarious. Trust me, it's going to be great. Just watch the first one. But it seems like Glenn Powell is going to be the king of the remakes. Ain't he doing Twister too? That's the guy. This is the guy from Top Gun or whatever. You've seen him in a lot of movies, but I guess he's going to be in Twister too. Like, why are we doing these remakes? But this one, I just have to. And I'm going to watch the original before I go. And remember, this is from the mind of Stephen King, probably when he was on that shit. All right. So if you know anything about his backstory, yeah, it gets wild. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be so much dumb fun. But you know what? They're going to try and make it all serious. And they're going to go more into the story. They'll probably make it better, obviously, than the first one. But you have to what if you want the ultimate cheese meter in a movie where you just sit there and you're looking at it and you're interested so much that it's making you laugh because it's so friggin' ridiculous and makes no sense, but it's like I want to see what happens next because it's at the how can you say the high point of Arnold's career in acting. You know, it's one of those fillers. He was doing it between movies and like, oh yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it. You know, so I don't. Oh, it's gonna be so much dumb fun. This is ridiculous. What's next? You're gonna remake Beastmaster? Please remake Beastmaster. That's gonna be. Why was he so oily all the time and shining? The Beastmaster. I hope there's somebody that subscribes to me that knows what I'm talking about, knows about the ultimate '80s and '90s cheese. And I know. Hold on, I'm gonna give y'all some couple because I do want to do Cyborg with Jean Claude Van Damme. Oh, it was such a great era for movies because it was cheap to make movies. You could all you had to have to do is have one actual legitimate movie like camera, and you were good to go. You can make a movie. Oh man, it's great. The Running Man. The Running Man. We're remaking The Running Man. This is hilarious. Oh man, but I rambled on too too much. The Running Man. I can't, dude. This is gonna be awesome. Oh, it's gonna be so much dumb fun. It's gonna make no sense and be total chaos. Oh, just do it. Just do it. You know. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I want everyone to subscribe, and I do mean everyone. No, it's for real. Everyone, just subscribe. Just one little click. That's all you got to do. I got a lot of content coming out because there's a lot of good stuff coming out. I apologize that this slipped through the cracks though. The Running Man though. The Running Man. Come on, everyone. Just subscribe.